So Indiana turkey season started off a little bit different than most years. It was cold, we had snow coming down, the birds were quiet. I was basically hearing 2 or 3 gobbles every morning, and as soon as they fly down, you wouldn't hear anything else.
It's supposed to be spring.
It was waking up early 7 days in a row to watch squirrels and chipmunks in the woods. But figured I'd keep sticking it out and had to change at some point.
Well, it's day number 8. Finally starting to warm up, and these birds are starting to gobble. Got about 4 birds back here gobbling in the woods, probably 400 yards away. And all the way on the other side of the field, I've got 2 more gobbling, so hopefully things will pick up.
I finally saw a male turkey, but he just would not even respond to the hen yelps. I called several times and he would stop and look, stare at the decoys, and just go on his way.
It's day number 9. Had a great show right off the roost. I had 2 toms come down and 4 hens with them, and they paraded back and forth and strut and got within 80 yards probably 3 different times. They were on their way in. All of a sudden a jay came from the other direction. Spooked him out, made him head back that direction, believe it or not. Waited and watched, and they worked their way around in the field for probably an hour and a half. It looked like I was going to get them to come in again as they were finally starting to head my way. Wouldn't you know it, a coyote runs out in the field, runs across the field, and sends them all into the woods. So now it's back to sitting and waiting.
Nothing else ended up happening that day, so I decided I'd try my luck again the next morning. And again, I had a cool show. Got to watch the toms strutting for the hens. Actually even got to watch the toms breeding a hen, but as soon as those hens turned and walked back into the woods, the toms were like glue, just stuck right to them.
Well, it's day 10 or 11. Starting to lose track. This is turned out to be a pretty long turkey season, but having fun doing it, getting to see some cool things. What's been going on the last 3 days is these 2 toms keep coming out of the woods in the same location. And first they were with 4 hens, and then it was down to 2, and now it's down to 1. So hopefully they'll lose that hen partway through the day and become callable. See if I can get them in. If not, I think tomorrow I'm going to switch to ambush tactics. Just going to slip over to where they've been coming out of the woods every day, set up within about 40 yards of that, so I'm within good gun range, and just hope that they keep repeating the process they've been doing. I'm not even going to use any calls or decoys tomorrow, so hopefully we'll get one in today, but if not, that's the plan for tomorrow.
Well, the toms showed up again. They started strutting in the same area, and I thought this might be my chance. They started to lose the hens. They started working across the field just a little bit, and a group of deer showed up, and next thing you know, they snorted, stomped. The toms got a little bit nervous, went back into the woods, and I never heard anything again the rest of the day. Once those turkeys left the field the 3rd day in a row without coming to me, I decided it was time to go ahead and set up for the ambush. So as I left that day, I packed everything over, got the blind all set up. If you've watched our video on how to fine-tune your setup on a ground blind, I followed some of the steps on that and prepping everything, getting it ready for the next morning, and I was excited. But next morning came, and I had 1 lone hen fly down, walked right through, right next to me, and went out to the field. But 4 mornings in a row, those birds had came down to that field, and the morning I set up for ambush, wouldn't you know it, they decided they were going to go to the field on the south side of the woods. Well, that's kind of the way the season's been going. Things just weren't quite working the way that I'd planned. They went to the other side of the woods, and I got to listen to them gobble over there for a while. But I decided, they've hit this field 4 days in a row prior to this. I'm going to go ahead and give it one more try on this ambush spot in the morning.
Been pretty lucky the past couple of years. I've been able to get a bird either opening morning or second day the past 6 years. Kind of got a little bit spoiled. Well, finally getting some paybacks. This is day 14 of the Indiana season. Our season's coming to a close here. And it's been a hard season. The birds weren't active because it was too cold to start off with, and then they got henned up. It's been raining since before daylight, so I'm completely soaked, the blinds soaked, and I'm sure the birds are soaked too. I'm hoping with this rain they might come out to the field. No way I'm going to give up a shot. I've been working way too hard to get that bird. On a freezing, cold, rainy day. It's been a dreary season, but you know, you got to take the opportunities where you can. Basically, what I did is slipped in and set up where I'd see him come out, and just ambushed him. Sometimes you got to do whatever you can to get a bird. So did it, and here we go. Well, worked out. Didn't get it on film, but that bird was walking right in my shooting lane here, just getting ready to have a picture-perfect shot, and next thing you know, he turns and cuts into the woods. So hopefully we got him on the GoPro a little bit, but basically those birds came out, hit the field, started to strut just for a second, and turned and went straight back into the woods. And they ended up coming right in front of me, probably about 20 yards. Well, here he is. It was raining so hard that I decided to just wait for a while, let the sun come out, dry the bird out a little bit. He looked like a drowned rat.
I think that's what I like so much about turkey hunting. It's always a big challenge, kind of like a big chess game. You never know what's going to happen. It's always a different strategy every day. So the season didn't go the way I'd planned, but hey, I had a lot of fun doing it. A lot of waking up early, sitting in cold, rain, snow. I actually ended up getting sick. If you watched our video on how to tie the fishing knot, I ended up losing my voice and couldn't really do that video the same way that I normally do.
Well, the best tip I can give you from this season is just to keep learning every time you're out there and adapt with the bird. See if you can figure out different strategies that might work to be able to get you within gun range of the bird. Doesn't always go the way that you anticipate. I was hoping I can get that picture perfect tom coming across right into the decoys, but wasn't going to be the case. So getting down to the last few days of season and got an opportunity on these birds, and so we went ahead and took it.
It was a really cool season. I'm looking forward to next year already, and I hope you guys liked watching this hunt. As always, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the line below and keep subscribing, and we'll keep more videos coming for you.